It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. To throw on second down. Castillo. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Looking to throw. Castillo. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and they'll bring up fourth down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on third down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on fourth down.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags.
They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
Now ETN to start the drive.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And a catch made by his tight end, Luke Farrell.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
Oh, what a juke into space. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 36.
ETN once more.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
ETN up the middle.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
They'll run with ETN.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Jones has it. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
Here's Lawrence.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
So Miami coming out for their second drive.
But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. A man who played his college ball in Tallahassee, here's Cam Akers.
And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again.
And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
The Dolphins at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll run on first down with Akers.
And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 24 carries, 83 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
They need to block in the back. Offense.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a third down and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Here's Castillo on 3rd and 2. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Castillo.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, this defense for the Jags, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. And able to find Gesicki as tight end.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
And some room to maneuver.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Going right back to Akers. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Castillo now to throw on 2nd down. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. So 3rd down. They need to get to the 28 for a first. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
They need about the length of the football here on 1st and goal. On the ground with a tight end. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Hunter Long, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, the big play prior to this one got him down there, and they're able to stick it in on the very next snap.
And I think those last 2 plays, that's what you're talking about, balance, right? Big pass play, puts them in position, turn right around and hand it off, and you've got a running play that finishes it off in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. Again, that's Watkins. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. 52 yards. And the Jags are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The offense trots back out, ready for this next drive. And there's the running back, Cam Akers.
And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity, that's our bread and butter, that's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, you turn into a heck of a DB, though, partner. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Off the option, here's Akers. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now Castillo looking to throw on second down. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Dolphins on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
Well, he's certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
He'll keep it himself.
He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him. Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here.
He is going to find Hill here.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 17-yard line.
11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A give up the middle to Akers.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll run here with Akers.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Now he'll try to run with this.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
On 3rd and goal, they're going to run the option.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about, assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 30 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Lawrence will throw.
Toward the sideline. He will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Back to the ground with ETN.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Lawrence.
This is Reese on the ground.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. And now they face a 3rd and 3 here.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and the way that he gets there. He understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And they cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The offense trots back out, ready for this next drive. And there's the running back, Cam Akers. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. The offense has to love that, because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Castillo. Akers back-to-back catches. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2nd and 11 now. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal. This from 36 yards out. Sanders' kick is good, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee, as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've reached halftime here, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
On third down, Lawrence escaping and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards, and it'll be Dolphin football. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. The carry here for the big tight end. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Off the option, here's Akers. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On the handoff, running left is Akers. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Back to throw. Castillo. And he whips that one incomplete there. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Jacksonville 1st down on a pickup of 17.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield. for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Now Lawrence on first down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his second interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
And out come the Dolphins now. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. To throw is Castillo. To throw on second down.
He'll dump this off to Akers. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Looking to throw. Castillo. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And now out come the Jags.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On play action, Lawrence.
He'll find Jones again, complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot defensively. How do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards it.
11 yards there for Jacksonville, and a first down as well.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46.
Now Lawrence to throw. He'll find Farrell open left side.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Now a stoppage here, as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Lawrence going to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Reese. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably should have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Running out of the gun with ETN.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's a give to ETN.
And he'll get this down only to the 18.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Another tote for ETN. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 9. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And the Jaguars are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
On 2nd and goal, Lawrence.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Lawrence.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns of the season, both in this game.
And the Jaguars have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Dolphins offense returning to the field.
That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Castillo looking to throw on 2nd down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And the Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And Jones has it over the middle. 4 yards remain for second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Etienne up the middle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 67 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
On second down, a run with Etienne. A beautiful fake. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll go again with Etienne. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Lawrence. He completes it to Ridley. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 16. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
A handoff for Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Now Lawrence. Touchdown! Calvin Ridley, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
There it is, partner. You see it. 4 fingers. What does that mean?
Fingers. That signifies the 4th quarter's here.
That's right. Who's going to dominate? Usually both teams are holding them up. We own the 4th quarter, what we found out so far. 2 touchdowns here, and now they've taken the lead.
Yeah, second one putting them in front. You know what I see on the other sideline, though? It seems like they've tensed up, had that lead. They were playing not to lose it, and they lost it.
That's a great observation. When you play not to lose, you usually don't win.
Now, though, they'll have the opportunity to respond. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. 51 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go again here with Akers. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Castillo toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a pickup of 6.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw again. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On 1st down, right back to Etienne. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Personal foul. Defense.
Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. That he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This will get the lead up to 7. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And this will stay a 4-point game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
So the Dolphins now down on the scoreboard, and time, a huge factor. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here, as they've got it 1st and 10. And that is incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Well, that's into the hands of Gesicki. And he goes out right around the 39. He's back to throw. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Back to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will recover, but it won't make much difference here. This will still be a turnover on downs. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and it took a big